I wanted to show you another thing, keeping with the AI thing that I've been working on that I think you might appreciate. So let me show my screen, been working on a dashboard. So what the normal dashboards kind of look like were the source data uh, from a PT practice, right? Or it could be from any business. It could be cafe, it could be turnover tables, ticket price, gross revenue, all that kind of stuff. And then we get is the dashboard, and we just basically, in all these different tabs, have separated out pieces to line up with each of the graphs. So, and we have an overview of, this was kind of a report in September, initially telling them about uh, giving feedback. And I've updated the data. I haven't updated all the, well, I did update the data in the source material, but I haven't updated the graphs yet. But you can do this each month. So we're going to update to November or October rather, and then have November after that and stuff. But like is at this one, you can see that there's a target number, and then this is their actual, and then here's the target and actual, which are actually quite close together. Um, doesn't really matter what the metrics are. They're specific to the business. In this case, you can see the visits and then the new patients, the inbound leads, meaning the people that were interested that called, or they got a fax referral, or they got an email referral, or a call from a doctor or something, right? So we're looking at from that, we can do conversion rate, we can do business per case, we can look at productivity versus capacity. Their actual capacity is around 216 visits, as you see with the target, and they're over capacity. So when we look at things like down here, the conversion rate missing target, we tie that, and this is where it kind of comes together. So any one number by itself doesn't tell you necessarily what's going on, but when you start to look at it, put it together, and this is where somebody like me can help, is the productivity's up, conversion rates down, new patient number isn't really suffering yet, but actually when the preview is the October data shows the conversion rates even further down and the new patient numbers down. And that's a product of capacity. They're over capacity. They don't have enough room to get new customers, new patients in. So anyway, that's kind of where we go. And then we look here, and I've updated in the new version their target profit. And anyway, starts to give you an idea of what you could do for virtually any business. We set targets. We have our this is our three bucket budget breakdown. Basically, here's our total expense. We have a profit, we have total expense for personnel and overhead. And then here's their cash balance and AR, age of accounts, you can freeze, and here's a summary. So you can imagine what the summary would do if you're looking to sell your business or bring on a partner or get financing from a bank. You can show this, and this would be the year to date numbers. We made $200,000 profit in 9 months. You extrapolate that out, but we get the end of the year data, we get 2 or 3 years of data like this, and you've got a valuation on the business. You know what it's worth if you were to exit, depending upon the industry and the multiplier and that kind of stuff, or at least roughly, because we've also got add backs and that kind of stuff. It gets a little bit more complicated than that, but you start to see that having this all in one place, and if you were to be exiting sometime soon, imagine the buyer saying, "Hey, can I see your numbers?" Which we've done multiple times, and it's always a fiasco. So can I see the numbers? And then, yeah, I'll send you over this report. And if you have this report for the last 2 or 3 years, that would make the entire thing so much simpler, so much easier, so much quicker, and probably enhance your value because the buyer is looking at it going, well, you actually have your stuff together, you know what you're doing. So anyway, that was built with AI initially, but then I can modify it. I can make changes. I can also vibe code and ask it to make changes. If it doesn't work, I can go and do the technical piece. But it made it so much simpler than like trying to do a graphical interface on Excel or on Google Sheets and that type of thing. So, and you saw the URL up in the top, so you can check it out for yourself if that is interesting to you. Hope that's interesting and helpful. Take it easy. Bye.